We all know on this channel I've said some things that could be considered controversial in the watch community. I've said things that a lot of watch enthusiasts may not agree with. And I've said things that make people just straight up mad. For instance, Couch Potato says, "Snob, trim your on-trend beard." Well, Couch Potato, I'm scared that if I trim my beard, your mom may not recognize me. Another viewer named Connor Rahal says, "You're wearing your watch in the wrong hand." No, Connor, if you look closely, I'm actually wearing my watch in my right hand. And then here's a great one from Johnnyism. He says, "You utter cretin, don't you realize the political significance of the watch? I suppose you're a great socialist into luxury products, you prat." And there you have it, guys. This genius found a way to inject politics into a wristwatch. Okay, no. Wristwatches have zero political significance, but you can inject politics into anything and make yourself mad if you so choose. Also, why is it that whenever anyone calls me a name, they use the wrong "your"? It's mind-boggling how consistent that is. And finally, my favorite as of late from Ravel Babble, he says, "Only 40,000 more fake subscribers on your subscription till you reach 100,000. Congratulations, con artist." And then he liked his own comment. Awesome. Power move right there. Okay, so Ravel Babble, if we're to assume that all my viewers are fake, all my subscribers are fake, and all my commenters are fake, then how can we be so sure that you yourself are real? It's like The Matrix, or Inception. Both movies I have yet to understand, like, at all. Okay, so it's clear that I've rubbed some people the wrong way, and believe me, I'm gonna get like 1,000 more hate messages in the next hour alone. It never stops, it keeps coming, and keep it coming, okay? I can take it! But out of all the bold statements I've made on this channel, today's episode may just be the boldest. Seiko is an underrated watch company. There, I said it. Here's why. Aside from Seiko, it's really difficult to find another watch company that spans such a broad range of price points. And I've gone over this in another episode, but you've got the sub $100 Seikos with like the Seiko 5 Sports, and it creeps all the way up to the high six figures with the Creators, right? Like the Creator Spring Drive Minute Repeater, just such a ridiculous watch. And guys, just to add to that, one of my all-time personal grails is a Creator. It's a Creator Aichi 2, just supreme finishing, a porcelain dial. It's got a 41 jewel spring drive movement, just a ridiculously impressive watch. But listen, okay, as much as I love those Creators, and honestly, I hope to have a Creator Aichi 2 at some point in the future, I honestly don't think you need to break the bank with one in order to get a really impressive, captivating watch that you want to stare at all day long. It's 1:39 p.m. Let's get down to business. See, that is what I'm talking about. Just a supremely impressive, highly detailed watch. And guess what? It is nowhere nearly as expensive as one of those Creators, but I think it is just as cool. This is my new Seiko Presage SSA 385J1 Fuyugashiki edition. Just a beautiful watch. Now guys, this watch is one of the prolific cocktail time watches, and it only makes sense that it was inspired by a cocktail. So guys, real quick, I just need to apologize to all my Japanese speakers out there. I'm probably butchering these names, but please give me a break. I do not speak Japanese at all. But some real quick backstory about this watch. This Fuyugashiki edition was inspired by a cocktail designed by a world champion bartender, okay? Not just some bartender, a multiple world champion bartender named Hisashi Kishi, and he explains that the word Fuyugashiki describes a winter scene with a cool, pure appearance. Now, I can't speak for that particular cocktail that he made because I haven't tried it yet, but just based upon his description, a cool, pure winter scene, I think they nailed it with this watch. So I understand right now I am just gushing over my new watch right here, and I've admitted that I'm just totally 100% a Seiko fanboy. That's not a secret, okay? I'm not trying to hide that. But for one moment, let's remove the name on the dial, okay? Let's assume that we don't know who made this watch. So regardless of the manufacturer, just take a look at the dial. Take a look at what you're getting and tell me this is not an incredibly impressive watch released at the sub $1,000 price point. The attention to detail, the execution on that dial alone is ridiculous, no matter who made it. I mean, you're getting an in-house 29 joule automatic movement. You are getting a date complication, but it's not presented in the normal way, right? You're not just getting a date window, you're actually getting that raised date wheel, and it adds just another dynamic to the dial. Just really interesting to look at. And again, when we're talking about a really interesting dynamic dial, you do have a power reserve indicator on this watch. Some people love them, some people hate them. I actually tend to really like them. I think they're really interesting. You are getting hacking and hand wind, and then when we take the watch off and look at the case back, you're getting a beautiful display case back. So just a lot going on here for around 600 bucks. That's right, this watch was released right around $600, and that's just an insane price point for this watch, seriously. Now, full disclosure, when I first saw pictures of this watch online, I was immediately impressed with the dial, right? The texturing, the dynamic look, the different complications we have here with the date wheel and the power reserve, the blue hands, right? A light colored dial with blue hands. Take my money. I'm a sucker for that. But when I saw the watch came on a bracelet, I was a little bit worried. I mean, okay, it's a beautiful watch. It looks supremely executed. It seems like it has a really high attention to detail, but I tend not to like the factory straps that come on Seiko, so I figured that's probably the weak point of the watch. Something has to be wrong. This watch is just too good to be true. But to be totally honest, there's not an issue there at all. I mean, seriously, when I took the watch out of the box and I resized it and I put it on the wrist, it's incredibly comfortable. The clasp is very positive. The end links don't rattle. They're very, very snug up against the case. It's just well done. Now, I do have one complaint about this watch, and it actually does have to do with the bracelet. Not the bracelet itself, but the pin and collar system, okay? The pin and collar system is a very secure way of attaching links, but it is a pain in the neck when it comes to resizing it, okay? When you're tapping out the pins, make sure you don't lose the little itty bitty microscopic collars, because then you can't put the pins in the holes, yeah, the bracelet becomes useless. So, speaking of wearing this watch, I think it wears perfectly on my 7.5-inch wrist. It has a 40.5 millimeter case, which I don't think is too big at all. Of course, I'm a bigger dude. Now, I know most people, when they look at these Presages, if they do have a complaint, it's typically about the thickness, but honestly, guys, I think it's fine. So is this watch elegant? Yes, absolutely. Is it a dress watch? Well, it's under the cocktail timeline, so yeah, I guess it's a dress watch. Have I been wearing it daily? Absolutely. You know, this dial is just incredibly intricate, and the way the blue hands catch the light, you just stare at it. So that's one reason I haven't taken it off at all. And then also the fact that it comes on a bracelet really makes it wearable day to day. So sure, I think by design it is a dress watch, but I think if you wanted to wear this daily, you could. So okay, you guys understand I am absolutely impressed. I am over the moon with this watch. I love it. But getting back to my bold statement, the fact that a watch like this can be released under $1,000, it's just ridiculous to me. And I honestly think for that reason, Seiko deserves more credit. So in conclusion, it's products like these that honestly make me feel Seiko is terribly underrated. I know. I'm definitely gonna get it in the comment section for this one. You're an idiot, time teller. Seiko is overrated. Everyone wears an SKX, and I'm angry because I wear an Invicta! But let me know what you think, guys. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. All jokes aside, let's continue this conversation there. So leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. And guys, I know you're looking for holiday gifts. Please check out the Time Teller shop. Click that link in the description. Shop around. Helps the channel out a ton when you do that. I add new watches and watch accessories like watch straps and toolkits there. So again, click that link. There could be some really cool stuff there, but you won't know if you don't check it out. And if you're new here, if this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Go ahead, click that subscribe button. It takes 1 second, helps me out a ton, and while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There is just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share us with other watch enthusiasts, other people you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.